So yeah, this is Journey, and it's a game I've been peripherally aware of. I've heard the soundtrack dozens of times. I listened to it, but I never got around to playing it, and I understand that it's quite good. I played Abzu and really liked that, so I'm excited to try this game out and learn a few things about what it has to say about games and about the world it has to present to us. Um, so let's talk about the title screen. Welcome to the title screen. So we're given one option. We can begin a new journey, and we're given essentially one color. Right? We have this yellow gradient desert. And despite being a desert, I'm not feeling like an oppressive heat vibes, right? Like the clouds, the motion of the air, the movement of the fabric on whatever those are sticking out of the ground. Those indicate a sort of placidity that I think you don't often get in deserts, right? Compare and contrast this to the desert that we're presented in, say, any game that's set in the Iraq or Afghanistan wars, right? In a different context, the desert is presented as our enemy. It's a bit desolate, but we're not seeing ruins. I'm not sure what those. I'm intrigued because I want to know what those pillars are. And what's interesting is the pillars are at the top of the hill, which draws the eye in that direction. We're already looking for the menu, which is down in the bottom left, and we're pulled in that direction. Let's see where our new journey takes us, shall we? That's some nice looking sand. So again, reinforcing the desert theme. That really low depth of field, that's when only a very small amount of stuff is in focus, creates a sense of like visual intimacy in large spaces. It draws our eye to a specific thing, in this case the grains of sand. A little aerial photography. And then this guy. Who's this person? Who's this little creature? Is this us? Are we this sand beast? Alright, so the game, instead of letting us just figure out the controls, it's giving us... So so we tilt to turn the screen. These kind of motion controls can often feel kind of gimmicky. But, alright, so I guess this is us. This is we are this thing. Okay. We use the left stick to move around. Oh, look at the little tracks we're leaving in the sand. Oh, that's so nice looking. So here's the title screen again, right? We're seeing the title screen. We're being given a character to control. So far, we have no recourse except to move around our character, right? We can look at the world around our character. You can do this with the thumbstick as well. And we can move the character's legs with the left stick, right? The character is just legs. If this character has arms, we don't even know. We fit the color palette. We're not standing out aggressively in the way that a lot of games will have the palette be one color and the character be another, right? We're at a deeper end of the same kind of warm spectrum of colors. And we have a robe. We got little horns. We're vaguely humanoid, but the lack of arms seems to kind of like dehumanize the character a little bit. Also, as we do, let's consider gender markers, right? So this character bears no external gender markers that we, or really I think most cultures would be able to attach to. So I'm likely, because of the way that we engage with media, I'm likely to refer to the character as with male pronouns because that's me, right? I'm innately already putting myself into the character. I'm going to use my pronouns for the character until that changes, because that's a thing that we do. Yeah, so that's a thing. Let's try not to get eaten by sandworms. So the game wants something from us, right? It wants us to play it in a certain way. It wants us to do something. So by facing us in a particular direction, it encourages us to travel in that direction as we explore. We're in this little like sort of valley. There's nothing interesting to look at behind us. There's nothing going on back here but some dunes. And the only real landmarks we have are the sun and the thing from the title screen, which we've already been encouraged to engage with. So let's go check it out. So like again, the sound really quiet. All we're really getting is the sound of the wind. We're getting the wind and the sound of footsteps. And then again, what's interesting, Chad is reacting to the character in a different way than I am. Gender-wise, a lot of people are saying they're getting a like a traditionally feminine vibe because of the character's body shape, because of the character's garments, right? There's this sort of the combination, I think, of the desert and this idea of maybe a burqa style like garment. But again, I think that's an external thing. We're putting together a real world. We're filling in gaps. I mean, really, this is all gender is, right? Is we're filling in gaps based on what we assume to be the case. So these look like stone or iron, like some kind of metal. Oh, hello. Right, here's our title screen. Now, the title of the game is indicative of play, right? Like if this was a game where the game took place in a single room, you'd have to dig harder for the meaning. I'm assuming that this is a game about transit, about movement from a place to another place. It's about a journey. If it wasn't, again, you have to go digging for sort of more detail where you might not otherwise find it. So these objects, these kind of tombstone-like, or they look like the handles of throwing knives. These beautiful kind of aged ribbons on them. But again, what we thought to be the destination of our original journey has now become the start of the next part. So there's no indication where to go, no indication what to do, only that there's something interesting going on directly ahead of us. There's this field of these things and a light in the distance. Again, drawing us. Now, because it's a video game, we can say fuck you and go somewhere else. But there may be a place where the game stops us from doing that. We may run into invisible walls. We might run into unending desert. We can see that there's kind of a mountain ridge in the background that indicates that there's a stopping point to the world around us. So let's go. We'll play the game. We'll play the designer's game, and we'll go and check out. Oh, that's fun. We'll go and check out the field of I mean, I want to call it a graveyard because that's the kind of visual image that I'm immediately drawn to. I mean, you don't bury people in the desert, but that's my thought. And so when presented with a sort of ad infinitum amount of choices, right, these are all the same. These tombstones all appear the same. We can go looking for individual differences, but it kind of discounts all of these things as one space, right? We get it. It's a graveyard. It's a series of stones or metal markers or whatever. Let's move through it. Let's move past it and see what's up ahead. Now we're starting to see resolution of some other objects in the background appear, right? Some kind of maybe ruin or structure there. We're seeing our first stone structures, sort of sand marked. Again, same palette, right? The gray, the kind of Adobe colors. There's a name for this particular kind of pink that I don't know. My color theory is not, or my color memory is not that good. But again, indications of when we're given the unknown, we're drawn to the things that seem familiar. So again, like the garb, the desert, this sort of adobe color, the patterns on the walls, the architecture, all of this is going to hint at markers in our mind for existing culture. It's so hard to create any kind of art outside of that. So think about the ways that affects your perception of the world that we're moving through. I seem to have collected something here. I'm being gently caressed by the... Oh, I can fly. Or jump, I guess. Alright, so we can sort of float. We have these little things following us around. And that's given us another dimension of movement. But only in, I guess, this area. Just flap my little cloak, jump around. So we have a piece of a scarf now. You can see that. And touching these things seems to sort of enchant it. And we can flap away. I wonder, does that recharge? No, see when I hit X it just blinks. So all it really does is let us know where we can do that. So wherever these little bits of scarf are, I guess, we can move vertically. Yeah, okay. And these markers right now are just kind of a field, but they might lead us somewhere. Let's continue. Now we have new things to look for, right? We know that we can explore in a different way when we see these scarf fragments. So let's go check them out. I can sort of awkwardly hop. Oh, look at that. That's not inconsiderate. There's a lot of stuff here. And again, off in the distance, that mountain, which makes me sort of wonder if we're going to go to it. We're going to go there. But let's, I mean, I play video games. I want to explore. Let's go look at this other area first. So that's the thing, as I walk through the desert, I'm randomly sort of pushing buttons, and apparently the circle button allows me to crouch down and then create a pulse in the sand. I don't really know what that does, but maybe the game will give me context for it later. So many games are built on exploring the ruins of a thing that came before. Ah, here it is. So I'm able, kind of like the wall panels in Abzu, I'm able to activate and look at these interesting pieces of game background. But anyway, as I was saying about ruins, a lot of games, Dungeons and Dragons, this game, post-apocalypse games of all sorts, they give us an opportunity to explore a space that is no longer what it was. We have, I think, a fascination in fiction with the fallen, the forgotten, the abandoned, which I think is really interesting. Kind of wondering what was before. All right, so we've learned something here. We've learned that we can activate those walls. Their circle button. Windy up here. So is this the invisible wall of the game? This sandstorm? Yeah, so I can't go that way. So we'll go down. We'll go the path of least resistance, and we'll have a look around in here. No, so these areas, this just glows. Interesting. All right. So again, exploring more of these sort of abandoned ruins. And again, like, we're all alone, right? There's no one else around. There's no other characters. So all we have available to us is the environment and the way we interact with that. And there appears to be a bunch of scarf pieces and a little colored thing, but I can't react to it from down here. So let's see, maybe we can glide to it from above. Yeah, there we go. I love our pointy little legs. So ineffective for walking on sand. I love that the little bits of scarf kind of move like fish. Yeah, look how long our scarf is getting. So I guess every time we get a little scarf upgrade, we're able to jump slightly higher. Yeah, there we go. See, so we can sort of fly around a little bit more. Maybe how our scarf fills is how many times we can jump. Yeah, see, it drains, right? So it drains the scarf. So the scarf is longer, and it gives us more sort of magical flight ability. Interesting. All right, so that's going to be something we need to sort of manage as we explore. We can always sort of hop, but that's about it. All right, let's try to get up there. Give me some more scarf power. Yeah. One more, please. Thank you. Hungry little fishes. Alright, so we'll climb up to the top of this, and hopefully we can save our scarf power as we go. Yeah, so the character will just jump up on their own. It's interesting that I only have two buttons, right? I can only ever interact with any given thing in two ways. Exciting. It's kind of like a big extra jump ability. Alright, here's one of those objects from the painting we saw earlier. Can I do anything with it? Yeah, here we go. little traveler. So it's sort of like a meditation or a communion with some... I mean, obviously the light volcano is a big significant place. Yeah, here we go. Here it is in the sort of hieroglyphics. Okay, so let's open this this door. Right, so now we're in a deeper area that's seemingly less ruined, probably because it was exposed to like the outside less. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got for me. All right, so we're standing on what's like obviously a roadway, but it's broken up, and again the game has done that thing where it's pointed towards our goal, right? It's clear and obvious from here that white light is a place we're supposed to go, and again in the background the great mountain, but we have this little like valley that we can go and explore. So let's go do that. Let's get down there and check it out. See what's over there. I see a little white light. Wow, that sand is flowing really in a really cool way. Look at that. Oh, that's so neat. This like thin layer of mutable particles on top. Alright, let's see. Where'd that little white light go? Oh, I thought it was over here. I get turned around. So there's more wind. The game starts to make that sort of blowing sound when it's like, you've reached as far as we're interested in letting you go. Aha, there you are. That's what I was looking for. Hooray! Alright, so we've increased our scarfing abilities. Let's go see what's over here. Ah, that's cool. I love when the wind pushes you and you're like walking down a hill. Get some good air. Jump at the end of that. Let's see what's up here. kind of a ridge. Anything? Doesn't look like it. Kind of snake-like stone structure. Yeah, where were those little scarf bits? Come back, little bits. There we go. Yeah, the economy of only being able to jump in with a certain degree of longevity is fascinating. Speaking of jumping, all right, let's go and charge up on those little scarf bits that I saw over here. Where were they? I think they're around this corner. And then I will go back that way. The body language of the character, sort of struggling in the deeper sand, is really really cool. Give me my scarf back. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's go explore that little ledge over there. So as with a lot of games, Journey, it's so good. Journey gives you the capacity to improve your ability to do the things you're already good at doing, right? Like the only real advancement in this game seems to be collecting more pieces for your scarf. Also, what just happened? What did I just do? Did you see that? Don't move, sand. Oh, interesting. So you can turn if you run up the little like floating scarf things, it creates those like tall ones. They break and they become more of the little bits. Let's go and do them then. I guess these are sort of little like checkpoints, little things that I can do as I move through the space. Fly over there because it's fun to fly. And I've got 3 sort of wing pumps now. Yeah, now I want to do that to all of them. Right, and I can do that as well to activate them. Cool. Go. Hey, wait a second. That wasn't me. That's somebody else. Look. Well, let's go check that out. Who's that person? So at this point, I don't know if that's like another player or... So it looks like my pulsing ability affected them at some point. Hi, come back. Where are you going? And it looks like our little song is different. Oh, hi. Yeah, see, mine is all J's, and theirs is this sort of mountain shape. It looks like when they sing, the edge of the screen lights so we can find each other. Ah, and when we touch, we glow. So this is it's gotta be that. I mean, that's obviously another person, but yeah, that's so cool. I can fly too. I'll go this way and get that one. So touching the fabric at all seems to alight it. See if I just run up it. That's cool. So the bridge seems almost complete. There's one more section to it. Let's look around if we see any more fabric. Maybe it is done. Oh, no, there's another sparkle over here. Let's go get that. I wonder what that other person is up to. Flying around. Oh, there's still lots more. Okay. I love that we can't communicate. Like, that's such a great choice. Like, giving us the ability just to, like, touch and, like, make pinging sounds to each other instead of actually being able to. I mean, it is a form of interaction, obviously, but not the usual kind of interaction that we see in multiplayer games. It's a sort of indirect nudging rather than a direct transference of ideas. I did it. I did it, friend. So I wonder if there's any other kind of like traveler we can meet, right? That we're both these like red and gold cloaked creatures. Yeah, and like it's cool that they introduced the second character. Yeah, as Staves pointed out in chat. As soon as we get to this section, right, which is this sort of like empty learning space where we're doing a lot of like jumping and floating and see, now I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave without them. So I'm gonna wait at the exit and we'll see if they'll come along. So let's wait here. Let's see if we can find them. I think they're still down there. Unless they've gone. Yeah, is that it? Are we alone again? Fascinating. Oh, is that... Did I miss something? Oh, I think I did. Let's go look. No, just a leftover sparkle from that. Oh, this is the first one I picked up. Okay. So now, like, What a strange change in space, right? Like, now that there's no other player occupying it, it's suddenly like lonely again. It feels like this whole other thing. It's so interesting. So now I'm alone in this big empty space. And like, I think you don't become aware of loneliness in a game, or that sense of disconnection, until you have the connection first. I think that's really important to recognize, that it comes as a result of being given a thing. Also, look at my scarf, it's all twisty. Being given a thing and then having that thing go. It's not being taken from you exactly, but like notice how I waited, because I was like, oh, well, now it's a multiplayer game, right? We're playing together. Why would I leave the area? Why would I leave the area without my new friend? Yeah, fascinating. Let's see what's in this next space. Yeah, and like, by what means did they leave, right? Like, if this is unactivated, where did that other player go? Alright, so we've activated all these little markers. And now we'll commune again, I suppose. So there you go. White-robed creatures. Such a bird face, like an owl visage. So the owl is teaching us about the sort of the next, or about this area, and about the sort of things to come. I guess like this is giving us some indications of the way that the world is going to work. I wonder where we'll see this sort of train structure. So this game uses bright white as some games use red, right? To draw your eye and to pull you towards an objective. So white is this game's sort of, you're going the right way, this is the way the game wants you to go, focus on this color. Which is appropriate given that the sort of guardian or god thing that we just saw, the owl, was in white. The palette is beautiful. Like the red, gold, and white, like, it's so good. And there's so much you can do with it too, as evidenced, right? There's these sort of pink fields. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Wow. Right, and so we're seeing some contrasting colors now, right? Like green being added to the sky. Really makes that stand out. And look at those clouds. Oh, that's so cool. Breathtaking colors. Go see what's in these pink dunes. Yeah, that shooting star. Yeah, I wonder what that was about. I guess we'll find out. Wake up, Scarf. Huh. Well, alright. Let's follow this little flying carpet. Where are you going? And again, like touching it rejuvenates my energy. So even in a vast space like this, and this is true of the other characters too, when you touch them, like another PC, you're invigorated or rejuvenated, and so immediately the reward structure is you can use your power more, even in this like empty, desolate space, by interacting, by physically touching other entities, be they PCs or NPCs in the case of this little carpet guy. It's also as a contrast to us, you know, like stories with like animal companions, it's a contrast to us because it moves in an obviously animalistic way, and they make sounds like creatures, right? Like we pulse and stuff, but they make these little cooing, chirping noises. Cool, and now we have several of them. Oh, look at that. Cool, so yeah, they buoy us. We're empowered by contact with them. So I wonder if they follow us. Like, I wonder if we... Aha, there you go. And I can just sing to them. Oh, that's so good. All right, let's come up to the top of the mountain and see. Yeah, so they totally follow. They'll play along. So, how is the game creating a sense of companionship, right? Compare this to that sort of sense of loneliness we got when the other PC left that area we were in before. And now we have this sort of loyal little herd of flying manta ray scarf creatures. Hey, look! That flying star from before, or the falling star from before. Interesting. Alright. Meteoric scarf power, I guess. Interesting. Alright, let's get a higher vantage point so we can kind of see what's going on. Something over there. So again, the white, the way that they really clearly lay out that color versus other colors in the space, the sort of brightness that it has, I think it's a really effective way to draw the eye. Because in an empty space like this, where you want players to explore, it can be really difficult to get them to find the things that you want them to find. So good use of color is one such way. Let's go over here and activate that one. Seems to be where the little manta rays are going to. Okay, so let's see. I mean, again, the mountain thing is just brilliant because no matter what happens, no matter if you get confused or turned around, we're not sure where to go, there's always the mountain. There's always the mountain in the background that pulls you towards it, and there's always the wind to give you this sense of the space that you're in, right? Also, the idea that you can kind of surf on the wind is so smart because it allows you to return to the play space more quickly than you left it. Yeah. Look at that. Anyway, where's my share button? Wow, alright. I was hoping it would just take a screenshot, but that's fine. Thanks. Alright, let's carry on. We'll save our photography for the second playthrough. Let's go take a look at these ruins. Ominous down here. Yeah, massive change in atmosphere. Like, this is not an okay place to be down in this valley. I can still hear the little chirping of my friends though they've split up, so it looks like they're gonna hopefully be able to guide me through this. So let's climb up. Yeah, look at it's like gold now instead of that sort of pure white. Because we're down in the bottom of this this valley. Get up on top of that thing. Where are my little friends? Come down here and empower me like you were before. Spooky. Something is like very definitely happening too. You can hear the machinery of this obelisk. I guess not an obelisk, it's just a tower. Okay, let's climb back up. So this is much more the desert I was kind of talking about in the opening sequence, right? That this is like that oppressive desert. We're given the resistance by the wind to make it feel more so, the body language of the character. What was beautiful before, the sort of gently rippling sand, now we can see as like a negative. There's this sudden claustrophobia instead of the openness of the space we were in before. Up there. It's definitely where we're intended to go, but okay, so there's our little friends down there. Let's go see if they can help us. It's interesting that they seem to be staying all like down low too, but they are sort of chained. Yeah, here we go. Oh, there's more in there. That's why. Okay, let's go see if we can. Let's see if we can help them out. Yeah, so they want me to free these other ones. Whoa. I think they're stuck in there. Okay, let's go this way. Ah, there's the source of the sound. So the statuary in here, reminiscent of both ourselves and of the creatures we saw. Oh, there's another traveler down there. It's fascinating the way that a game, without actually telling you about the setting or the understood structures of the world, how without actually telling you any of that, it implies things. Like there's something about the stone machinery that's troubling or oppressive, because the first time we're seeing it is in the space, but it looks like us, so it makes me wonder what we're meant to feel about those things, in the same way that we're made of the same material as those little scarf mantas, and it makes me wonder what the connection is supposed to feel like between them. So here's the owl god again. Some towers leading up. So we've freed the little school of folded scarf manta. And they're all chirping to get my attention. But there's somebody behind me. Your scarf is so short. Fly off towards the mountain. So we're coming out of that sort of oppressive looking place. Me and my short scarf friend. The game has a surprising sense of like playfulness to it. Oh, this is the sort of on rails part, because I can't go back, right? Yeah, I can just slide back and forth. So this is the part where I guess if you miss something like I just did, you'd have to get it on another journey. But yeah, frolicking, totally. Again, impelled by the wind to motion. Get that one. Where'd they go? You did it. They did an amazing job making a game where you can communicate. You can spam communicate with another player without it being even a little bit obnoxious. Like, it's fantastic. That's such a good work. Alright, how do we get up there, friend of mine? Oh. Oh, they freed the last of the little creatures. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, just get me up there. Get it? Yeah, we did it. Come up here. Where'd my friend go? Yeah, no, don't leave the level. Short scarf friend. You could have gone and gotten a thing. That's okay. Maybe they're trying to do a short scarf playthrough. Oh, that gold sand looks so good. Like that there's no reason to go through these. They're just here. Woo! So you could if you wanted to. Oh, look at that. Magic. Wow. Thanks, visually impressive Vista. So we're right in the midst now of whatever sort of lost civilization we've been exploring. Yeah, this sand that looks like gold it's so good. It's doing good things for my eyeballs.